On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Abundant.
Present in great quantity.
Examples:
Live an abundant life. An abundant supply of water. The country has abundant oil and natural gas resources.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
Equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Feast.
A large meal, typically one served on a special occasion.
Examples:
A feast for the eyes. A nightly feast. The royal feast celebrated the harvest, and the community enjoyed it.
Constantly.
All the time.
Examples:
A constantly innovative enterprise. A constantly varying mind. The mobile application industry is constantly changing.
Paradise.
A place or state of perfect happiness, a heaven on earth.
Examples:
Paradise Island. Paradise for criminals. Hawaii is often referred to as an everlasting summer paradise.
Yeast.
A type of fungus that is used in making alcoholic drinks such as beer and wine, or to make bread rise.
Examples:
Yeast cell. Yeast leavened bread. They carefully nurture a yeast fungus used to produce sake.
Din.
A loud, confused noise, a loud, persistent racket.
Examples:
Din of traffic. Mighty din. The din of the city was overwhelming.
Scalp.
The skin that covers the top of a person's head, together with the hair growing on it, also, the part of the body that is most vulnerable to an attack.
Examples:
Scalp massage. Scalp condition. I have an itchy scalp and need to switch to a different shampoo.
Dandruff.
Small pieces of dead skin that flake off from the scalp and collect in the hair or on clothing, associated with dryness or other scalp conditions.
Examples:
Itchy dandruff. Dandruff flakes. The anti-dandruff shampoo cleared up my itchy scalp.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Colony.
A country or an area that is governed by a more powerful country that is often far away.
Examples:
Plant a colony. A colony of bacteria. The colony declared its independence and became a republic.
Microbe.
A tiny living thing that can only be seen with a microscope and that may cause disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic microbe. Microbe sterilizer. Microbes thrive on the surface of the human skin.
Cavity.
An empty space or hollowness within a solid object, especially within the body, such as a tooth or bone, a hole or depression in a surface or the ground.
Examples:
Tooth cavity. Cavity filling. I have a cavity in one of my molars and must schedule a dentist appointment.
Quarter.
One of 4 equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
A quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Fond.
Having affection or liking for someone, particularly someone you've known for a long time.
Examples:
Very fond of. Fond memories of the birthday. He is excessively fond of alcohol.
Hideout.
A secret or remote place where a person can take refuge or hide, particularly from the authorities, a place used by criminals to hide from law enforcement.
Examples:
Hideout location. Criminal hideout. He used to have a secret hideout in the woods where he went to escape from the world.
Gland.
A group of cells in an animal's body that produce substances needed by the body and release them through ducts or directly into the bloodstream.
Examples:
The function of the thyroid gland. A mammary gland. The adrenal glands produce steroids.
Sebaceous.
Relating to or secreting a fatty or oily substance, particularly in the skin or hair follicles, often associated with the formation of acne or other skin conditions.
Examples:
Sebaceous glands. Sebaceous cyst. Acne is often caused by sebaceous oils clogging the pores on the skin.
Lubricate.
To apply a substance, such as oil or grease, to reduce friction or wear on a surface.
Examples:
Lubricate the economy. Lubricate the hinges with oil. The mechanic lubricated the gears to prevent them from grinding.
Strengthen.
To become stronger or more effective, to make someone or something stronger or more effective.
Examples:
Strengthen the immune system. Strengthen a border patrol. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Follicle.
A small sac or cavity in the body, especially in the skin or scalp, that contains and nourishes a hair or feather, a small gland or sac that produces and releases a bodily secretion.
Examples:
Follicle cell. Damaged follicle. The pigments in your hair follicles determine the color of your hair.
Consequently.
As a result or outcome of something.
Examples:
Consequently unable to start her studies. Consequently affect the organs. Consequently, the company had to lay off some of its employees.
Fungus.
A type of organism that includes yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, which are heterotrophic, meaning they do not produce their food and must consume organic matter to survive.
Examples:
Fungus infection. Symbiotic fungus. Certain types of fungus can be toxic to humans, causing severe illness if ingested.
Compose.
To write music, poetry, or formal writing, to constitute or make up a whole, or a specified part of it.
Examples:
Compose an essay. Compose my thoughts. The structure is composed of 3 main components.
Saturated.
Of chemistry, describing a compound or substance that contains the maximum amount of a particular atom or group of atoms and has no further capacity to bond. Of nutrition, describing a food that is high in saturated fats, which are linked to an increased risk of heart disease.
Examples:
Saturated fat. Saturated colors. The company decided not to enter the smartphone market because it was already saturated with numerous established players.
Fatty.
Containing a lot of fat.
Examples:
Less fatty meat. Fatty acid. You should keep away from fatty foods.
Acid.
Sour, water-soluble chemicals with a sour flavor, any of a variety of generally liquid compounds capable of reacting with and occasionally dissolving other materials.
Examples:
An acid reaction. Good source of essential amino acids. During pregnancy, the stomach generates less acid than usual.
Neat.
Clean or tidy, with everything in its place.
Examples:
A neat piece of work. Neat idea. She has neat habits.
Bond.
A close emotional connection between two or more people, a certificate of debt that a government or corporation issues to raise money.
Examples:
Bond as a family. Global bond market. They had formed a friendship bond.
Irregular.
Not having an even or balanced shape or arrangement, contrary to the usual rule, accepted order, or what is expected.
Examples:
Irregular verbs. Irregular periods. Driving was difficult on the irregular cobblestone surface.
Kink.
A tight curl, twist or bend in an object, particularly in a piece of wire, hose, or tubing, a peculiar or eccentric liking or habit.
Examples:
Kink in the neck. Sexual kink. The kink in the hose was preventing water from flowing correctly.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Enzyme.
A substance produced by a living organism that acts as a catalyst to bring about a specific biochemical reaction.
Examples:
Enzyme reaction. Lack of digestive enzymes. A deficiency in the enzyme can lead to a medical condition.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Irregularly.
In a manner that deviates from the normal or expected pattern, often marked by inconsistency or unpredictability.
Examples:
Irregularly shaped. Breathe irregularly. He irregularly attends school, which reflects his poor grades.
Leftover.
Not consumed or used at the end of something.
Examples:
Leftover from a party. Leftover goods. The chef will make soup with the leftover ham bone.
Soak.
To allow liquid to be absorbed, typically by immersing in it, to leave as a guarantee in return for money.
Examples:
Soak in a hot spring. Soak away stress. I soaked the shirt in the sink before washing it.
Pry.
To force open or to try to get information from someone by asking too many questions.
Examples:
Pry a secret out of a person. Pry into the affairs. He used a crowbar to pry open the locked door.
Barrier.
A fence or other obstruction that makes it hard to move or get in, any condition that makes it difficult to make progress or to achieve an objective.
Examples:
Cost barrier. Information barrier. The police placed a barrier across the street to halt traffic.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Breach.
A break or opening, often in a wall or barrier, which enables passage or entry, a violation or infraction of a law, agreement, or duty, often resulting in legal action or punishment.
Examples:
Security breach. Breach of privacy. The company's data breach compromised thousands of customers' personal information.
Defensive.
Used or intended to protect someone or something against attack or aggression.
Examples:
Assume the defensive. Defensive weapons. Boxing fans often criticize his defensive stance.
Inflammation.
A physical condition in which a part of the body becomes red, painful, hot, and often swollen, especially as a reaction to infection or injury.
Examples:
Reduce inflammation and pain. Inflammation of the lungs. The medicine soothes the pain of chronic inflammation.
Itch.
To have an uncomfortable feeling on the skin that makes you want to scratch it.
Examples:
Itch constantly. Itch to speak. I can't stop itching my arm because of the mosquito bite.
Proliferate.
To grow or increase rapidly in number, to reproduce or spread rapidly, especially in an uncontrolled manner.
Examples:
Proliferate cells. Proliferate weeds. The number of COVID cases continued to proliferate in many countries worldwide.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. Dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Epidermis.
The outermost layer of skin, composed of flat, scale-like cells that provide a protective barrier against external substances and help regulate body temperature.
Examples:
Epidermis layer, epidermis cells. Excessive exposure to UV radiation harms the epidermis and increases the risk of skin cancer.
Renew.
To begin or resume something again after an interruption.
Examples:
Renew a contract. Renew its corporate image. I have to renew my passport by the middle of September.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
Divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Outward.
Relating to the external appearance or surface of something, visible.
Examples:
An outward journey. Outward cheerfulness. The outward appearance of the building was impressive, but the inside was in dire need of repairs.
Gradual.
Happening slowly over a long period of time or distance, not steep or abrupt.
Examples:
A gradual process. A gradual change. The country experienced a gradual increase in population.
Shed.
To get rid of something as superfluous or unwanted, to cast off hair, skin, horn, or feathers. Noun, an outbuilding with a single story, mainly used for shelter or storage.
Examples:
Shed an old skin. A cowshed. He shed a secret tear when he heard the news of his friend's death.
Churn.
To stir or agitate a liquid, substance, or mixture vigorously to produce foam or because of violent movement, to cause a large number of people to move or leave, to produce something, such as money, through continuous activity or turnover.
Examples:
Churn out manufactured goods. Churn in my stomach. The cream needs to be churned for several minutes before it becomes butter.
Differentiate.
To recognize or establish as being distinct, to distinguish between things that are compared, to calculate a derivative.
Examples:
Differentiate between fact and fiction. Differentiate a function. The teacher asked the students to differentiate between the 2 similar species of birds.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position, a system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something.
Examples:
Emotional prop. Prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Grease.
A thick, oily substance used to lubricate machines, surfaces, or moving parts, fat or oil used in cooking.
Examples:
Cooking grease, mechanical grease. The engine wouldn't turn over until we applied grease to the starter.
Clump.
A small group of bushes, trees, flowers, people, etc.
Examples:
Clump of bacteria. A clump of trees. I heard the clump of his boots in the hallway.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Flake.
A small, thin piece or layer of something, often with a flat or irregular shape, a person who is unreliable or inconsistent.
Examples:
Flakes of snow. Flake graphite. She found a paint flake on the wall and realized it was time to repaint the room.
Voracious.
Having a very strong appetite or desire for something, especially for food or activity, extremely eager or enthusiastic for something.
Examples:
Voracious thirst. Voracious reader. The voracious appetite of the teenager was legendary.
Appetite.
A natural desire or craving for food or drink, a strong desire or liking for something.
Examples:
Appetite suppression. Loss of appetite. After a long hike, I had a huge appetite and devoured my meal in minutes.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
Chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Byproduct.
A secondary or incidental product produced in the manufacture or synthesis of something else.
Examples:
Toxic byproducts. Byproduct of technology. The byproduct of the energy production process is a large amount of carbon dioxide emissions.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Vary.
To become different in terms of size, shape, etc.
Examples:
Vary according to the age. Vary directly with the price. Maximum heart rates vary a lot for each individual.
Lifetime.
The duration of someone's life or of something's existence.
Examples:
Lifetime benefits. Lifetime ban from the sport. She had lived through 2 world wars in her lifetime.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc. of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Colonize.
To establish a colony in or on a specific place, to settle or occupy in large numbers.
Examples:
Colonize planets. Colonize for cultivation. European powers colonized much of the Americas in the 16th and 17th centuries.
Extent.
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
Certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Susceptible.
Easily influenced, harmed, or affected by something.
Examples:
A susceptible young woman. Susceptible of proof. Well-stretched muscles are less susceptible to injury.
Unclear.
Poorly stated or described, and therefore not easy to understand, not easy to perceive.
Examples:
An unclear match. In no unclear terms. It is important not to undertake tasks with unclear objectives to improve productivity.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Predisposition.
A tendency or inclination to a particular behavior or condition, often due to genetic or environmental factors.
Examples:
Predisposition to anxiety. Genetic predisposition. Smoking can increase a person's predisposition to lung cancer.
Permeable.
Capable of being penetrated, passed through, or absorbed, allowing liquids, gases, or other substances to pass through a surface or material, often with ease.
Examples:
Permeable membrane. Air permeable fabric. The soil needs to be permeable so water can easily drain through it.
Investigate.
To conduct a systematic or formal inquiry to identify and evaluate the facts of a crime, problem, statement, etc., to establish the truth.
Examples:
Investigate the matter. Investigate a data leak. The committee investigated several apparent inconsistencies.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Molecule.
A group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Oxalipin.
A type of molecule derived from the oxidation of fatty acids, with a variety of functions in inflammation, immune response, and other physiological processes.
Examples:
Oxalipin metabolism. Oxalipin signaling. Fish oil is rich in oxalipins that have anti-inflammatory effects.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Inhibit.
To prevent something, such as an action, process, etc., from happening or make it less likely to happen than normal.
Examples:
Inhibit desires. Inhibit tumor growth. Excessive parental interference may inhibit children's eagerness to learn.
Inflame.
To cause very strong feelings such as anger or excitement in a person or a group of people.
Examples:
Inflame skin. Inflame his passion. Her eyes inflamed with crying.
Boost.
To improve, raise, or increase something.
Examples:
Boost the economy. Boost flexibility. The new service helped boost net income by 10%.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
relation between cause and effect, relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Hypothesize.
To form or present a theory or explanation without sufficient evidence, to speculate.
Examples:
hypothesize as to outcomes, hypothesize what could have happened. Scientists hypothesize that the new fish species evolved to survive in deep-sea environments.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
an uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Reliable.
Worthy of being relied on, trustworthy.
Examples:
reliable access. Guarantee reliable delivery. Trains are reliable, inexpensive, and ideal for long-distance travel.
Contagious.
Able to be passed on to others through contact or proximity, especially by infection or disease.
Examples:
contagious enthusiasm. Contagious virus. The disease is highly contagious and spreads quickly.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Excel.
To be extremely good at or proficient in doing something.
Examples:
excel in description. Excel at communication. The company excels in customer service.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Territory.
An area under the control of a ruler or state.
Examples:
acquire territory. Territory in charge. They incorporated the conquered territory into their nation.
Staphylococcus.
Also staph, a type of bacteria that can cause various types of infections in humans, including skin infections, pneumonia, and food poisoning.
Examples:
Staphylococcus aureus, Staphylococcus bacteria. The patient was diagnosed with a Staphylococcus infection.
Aureus.
A type of bacteria, particularly the species Staphylococcus aureus, that can cause a range of infections in humans and animals, often resistant to antibiotics and can be difficult to treat. Adjective, golden or of golden Latin, relating to something that is gold-colored or has properties similar to gold.
Examples:
Aureus color, aureus infection. Staphylococcus aureus is a type of bacteria that can cause skin infections.
Mystery.
Something difficult to understand or explain, a secret or enigmatic quality that adds to the fascination or interest of something. A genre of fiction that involves the solution of a crime or a puzzle.
Examples:
Mystery novel, unsolved mystery. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the traveler has yet to be solved by authorities.
Surrounding.
That is near or around, or closely encircling something.
Examples:
Surrounding areas. A fence surrounding a castle. The surrounding mountains make the city difficult to be invaded.
Scratch.
To cut or damage the surface of something or the skin with a sharp or pointed object.
Examples:
Scratch off a name. Scratch my signature. Don't scratch your mosquito bites.